Over 100 days into his term, Senator Dave McCormick is advocating for significant legislative changes, emphasizing the urgency of the current political climate.
We are at a particular moment where there is more change happening in these first 124 days than there has been in, years, maybe decades.
The senator is focusing on introducing legislation to combat the fentanyl crisis, which claimed 100,000 American lives last year, including 4,000 Pennsylvanians.
We had 8 years of war in Vietnam and had 53,000 people killed. We had 2 Vietnams last year in America. That's how big a crisis this is.
He credited President Trump for securing the border to curb the drug supply, but stressed the importance of addressing demand.
We need to have addiction facilities. We need to have the kinds of support to make sure that we break the cycle of demand.
Recent anti-Semitic incidents, such as the governor's mansion arson and the Barstool Philly incident, have deeply troubled McCormick.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by it. We've got to take the hate out of politics and out of the hate out of public discourse.
He called on his fellow elected officials to stand up to anti-Semitism and political violence.
We've got to squash anti-Semitism. We've got to squash political violence. Public officials need to speak out.
During his campaign, McCormick promised to serve only 2 terms, advocating for term limits.
I think the people of Pennsylvania believe that Washington is failing them. I think you need fresh blood. I think you need new people who come in and are willing to ask tough questions.
McCormick and his staff host Keystone Coffee sessions on Wednesdays, inviting Pennsylvanians to visit the Capitol to discuss issues like tariffs and government spending.
My view is that we should scrutinize that funding very carefully, make sure the taxpayers are getting a fair deal, but be careful not to disrupt some of those existing research projects which affect thousands of Pennsylvanians.
He also acknowledged the complexities of trade negotiations and the feedback he's received from Pennsylvanians.
What I've told the White House and the trade representative is I think the sooner they can come out with a handful of deals that shows the path, the template, I think that's going to reduce some of that anxiety.
To watch an extended, unedited version of my interview with Senator McCormick, head on over to our YouTube page. In our nation's capital, I'm Jake Sarwar, Fox 56 News, First at 10.